Hey everyone, Z Toilet here. Today we're diving deep into the latest episode, unpacking all its juicy details. As expected, it's been another epic installment, brimming with excitement. I've uncovered a plethora of intriguing points to share with you. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a friendly comment to support our video. Alright, let's get started. In the latest episode, the story picks up where it left off, featuring familiar scenes. G-Man takes charge, powering up his laser to confront TV Man Titan head-on. Just before the showdown, he utters a phrase, echoing words spoken by the old man in a previous episode. The loss of the camera Titan's friend weighs heavily on G-Man, despite his decision to retreat when danger loomed. We saw glimpses of his sorrow in the earlier part of episode 73 as the old man acknowledged his old friend. Despite knowing the inevitable outcome of the battle, G-Man couldn't forget his comrade. It's certainly an unusual scenario, but let's keep the momentum going. G-Man fires at the Titan, but he's caught off guard by two other attackers from behind. Quick to react, he erects a shield, deflecting the onslaught. Meanwhile, TV Man absorbs the energy, adopting a dramatic pose reminiscent of scenes from movies, as he ominously declares, "I'm the last thing you will see." G-Man retaliates by unleashing a burst of energy with a green hue, a departure from the purple we've seen before. This development leads us to speculate about a secret agent who may have shared advanced technologies with the scientist. Yes, we were aware of Mr. Boom's cooperation and data and technology exchange with the toilets. It seems that before he passed away, the scientist was able to implant secret agent technology into G-Man, which he may now utilize. However, they just burst, doing no real harm. I believe that nothing major will occur right now, but that G-Man or a covert operative will eventually be able to breach Titan. However, we will go into more depth about this at the end of the movie. Let's go back to the episode now. From behind, the Titans open fire on G-Man, but he fights back and signals the speaker to go green. The speaker is now vulnerable to hacking as well. The old guy chooses to blast purple energy into the camera, exactly like he did with Astro in episode 72, after the camera smashes one of his lasers with its blow. It appears that the camera is aware of this feature and chooses to ignore it. Evidently, the Alliance had forewarned the Titans about G-Man's talents, so they knew what to fear even as they flew after the elderly man. Because if the camera had taken in this energy, it might have already concluded the war and begun destroying everything in its path, just like Astro did. Bravo to the Alliance. The TV man is already behind the elderly man when he calls out to him, "Come to me," and tries to hit him but fails. He had the option to make a direct strike, which makes this extremely unusual. But then you'll be amazed to hear that I comprehended everything. Previously, the tower held nothing, and it was typically used as an observation tower. However, a green light came just as TV Man Titan was about to attack, and he missed. It appears that hacking has already started. Either TV Man didn't want to kill G-Man, or the old man did it, or there's a secret spy involved. And you'll gradually come to grasp more and more as it appears to be the reality. You'll see that G-Man is receiving assistance from the hidden agent. The camera turns people off. With the aid of his new hand, the old man tries his standard attack, but it is unsuccessful. Instead, he chuckles and starts using all of his weapons to destroy G-Man because the speaker is already behind him. To remove his laser and discard the speaker, the elderly guy even needs to bite him. He probably needs to see a dentist after this. The poor elderly man, he takes little care of his teeth and has so few of them. After all of this, the speaker was infected once more, just like it was in the other episodes of the restrooms, which just shocked me. As TV Man emerges from the portal, he declares that G-Man is only his. However, an ally strikes him, so TV Man takes out the speaker and starts to heal him. G satisfies, but only for a little while because the camera snatches him by the head, declaring that he is now its property. When Camera Titan starts the old man's actual cooking, it resembles the work of a chef, since G-Man ends up looking like a fried steak. However, the hybrid from the first segment leaps onto the camera and tosses a grenade at him, utterly diverting the cook, causing him to fail. The Titan camera explodes and appears to lose its leg because the camera attempts to kill him, but trips over traps and steps on the toilet bomber. It's extremely awful when the camera woman in the distance loses her hand due to an explosion like that. Following such harm to the camera, G-Man stands up and starts using his lasers to eliminate him. Here I had already assumed that our longtime buddy would pass away, but the speaker stabs the elderly guy with his new knife because he is no longer infected. TV Man appears to have recovered from the illness fast, and the Alliance has prior experience with it. He even managed to transmit a new weapon for the speaker. The speaker has since received something new, so it appears that everything was done behind the scenes. The speaker inserts the knife, but G-Man screams so loudly that even the speaker's speakers are overwhelmed, and another Titan could perish in an instant. However, TV Man shows up right on time and uses every weapon at the elderly man. He acknowledges that he is unable to continue and advises him to give up as the Alliance depends on him. TV Man, however, is so enraged that he utters the words, "I only need your head." The elderly man seems to know that Astro is currently the primary adversary and that he can assist. Titan, however, doesn't give a damn because they are furious with the elderly man for killing too many of their allies. I'll talk more about my wild theories later. Let's examine the episode's conclusion. TV. As the man is about to kill the elderly man, he calls his containers and declares that he will not perish. Then, using the rocket engines inside of them, he takes off. There are a lot of containers, which suggests that there is something else inside of them, which makes this unusual as it is completely different from what I had anticipated. 2 of the 4 appear to have had rocket engines. Since they multiply with every episode, it's generally unclear how many containers remain. Nonetheless, I wouldn't be shocked if there were 50 or 100. As Mr. Boom mentioned, they hold incomplete scientific projects, and it appears that this one is one of them. It fits G-Man because, when he managed to flee, the wicked TV Man started destroying everything in his path. These all put a stop to the episode. Yes, TV Man's efforts were futile. After all, he is the only one left, and his pals are currently in a very bad situation. Generally speaking, it is preferable to assist them and put off the fight until a later time, but it appears he doesn't care and just wants to get the job done. However, I believe that this is futile since the old man always has a plan, and in episode 74, he will trick the TV Man into falling into a trap and killing him. All Mr. Boom really concentrated on was episode 74, and it appears that either TV Man will die there or he will kill the elderly man, but Astro will arrive beforehand. TV Man disregarded G-Man's warnings that he could assist and that the Alliance needed him. Of course, TV Man is understandable, but with the appearance of a new enemy, the current state of affairs is too uncertain. Based on my understanding, the secret agent is currently working with G-Man. He was merely getting in the middle of the Alliance's and G-Man's team's efforts to destroy the Astro Toilets, which are now the major threat, by interfering with the Titans. Of course, there will still be hidden sequences that will thrill us by revealing the information we spotted in this episode, such as the speaker's source of the knife and the true motivations of the secret agent who aided G-Man during the entire conflict. The Titans are in bad shape, therefore it is my hope that they will be able to recover. They have undoubtedly started repairs. I'm not sure how they made it through, but G-Man is a genuinely amazing guy who proved he could handle Titans nearly entirely on his own. Regarding the elderly man, we should now wait for unreleased footage that promises to give us even more joy. I believe Mr. Boom will do this shortly. However, I'll share all of my wild speculations regarding the episode and its continuance with you in part 2 of the analysis. To ensure you don't miss anything, I suggest subscribing to this channel. I'm grateful to everyone that watched. Goodbye to all of you.